who is the chair of the Migration Watch. How is this going to be enforced, Alp?
Well, it's exactly what happens with non-EU nationals and has happened for many, many years. That I would have thought would mean that we should now be able to certainly remove EU criminals in a way that we weren't able to remove them before. And that's surely a good thing. One assumes that they won't be able to come up with last-minute appeals or applications for asylum in the way that some non-EU nationals do. So I really do welcome this, but in a way it's only what should happen. We are out of the EU, and non-EU and EU should be treated exactly the same. That if they apply for asylum, then it has to be heard, effectively saying, look, if anyone believes that they will be subject to persecution, or indeed we will be destroying their family life if we send them back, and they're applying for asylum for that reason, then we should do it, and they should be prevented from leaving, and the courts must hear it. That strikes me as slightly absurd, frankly, particularly when it comes to EU nationals.
Sure.
But look, it's not just to defend Priti Patel, if I may. It's not the first time, and she's not alone. And frankly, judges have referred to the tactic of or strategy that can be used to delay and deter removal proceedings. And they themselves have pointed to some, very few maybe, but some lawyers who use this tactic and aid and abet fallacious, vexatious appeals for asylum, and that I hope will stop, and I hope will mean that certainly EU nationals, criminals, and we're talking about serious criminals. We're not talking about shoplifters, for goodness sake. We're talking about murderers, manslaughters, those who've raped, drug dealers. So in the main, this is a move in the right direction, and I welcome it.
Good to talk to you, Alp.
Good question. I've got views the same as what you got.
What's your views? Tell me your views, sir.
You wouldn't if the gates are shut, would you?
Tell me your views. There's 6,000 homeless veterans on the street.
Yep.
Yet 48,000 migrants are being housed.
Yep.
4,000 of this year alone. Okay. All over here being housed. They're housed in 4- and 5-star hotels at the moment. They're housed in Folkestone in Frontier House. They're kept there until their COVID results comes back. And then on Saturday mornings they're then designated to the 4 corners of this country. And then they're put into hotels at your expense, sir, at my expense. I'm only here because they are trying to stop us from showing what's really going on and the true extent of it all.
I agree. I do agree that
yes, sir.
The public do need to know what is going on.
Yes, sir.
They don't. In fairness, it's not disrupting me because at the end of the day, if I need to get on there, I'll get on there.
That's it. And I would never personally disrupt your business, sir.
I must confess, I do feel sorry for a lot of the border force. I feel sorry for a lot of the police because they've got a job to do.
I do.
What you're doing.
I do. Yes.
If genuine people come down here and video and film,
yes,
then I don't see there's a problem here. It's when people come down here and actually try to cause deliberate trouble, then that is.
I quite understand that, sir. I'm with you.
Yep.
There is people that will come down here to deliberately, I'm not there. I don't think I've caused any trouble yet myself personally. I walk around, I scoot around. I'm very mindful of people when I am filming.
Yeah.
I'm maybe different to other filmers that are down here, and that's probably why I get treated a little bit differently by the police. But I'm only,
But yeah, I agree with you to the point that yes, something needs to be done. I mean, I don't want to see what I see, and in fairness, I typically see more than what you see.
You do, sir, because you've lived it for how many years? You've seen it come, you know.
And unfortunately, it's the kids and that I feel sorry for.
Sir,
I mean,
if I wasn't a human being, a decent human being, I wouldn't have a heart when I seen a child in a bag, you know, being brought over in a bag that's a newborn baby.
You see that picture?
Yeah, I did. That's your picture.
Yeah. Nice one.
So it's one of those things. But do you see when the mainstream media only ever come down to show those pictures?
Oh, I agree. I totally agree.
And it's like, oh look, there must be thousands of them coming in, but they don't actually read. I don't know if you're aware of a thing called the Dublin Agreement, Dublin 3. The Dublin Agreement actually was set up. Now, everyone's saying it, they're allowed to come in here, they can claim refugee asylum in this country. Well, no, they can. Because the moment they leave France, which was a safe country, they should have claimed asylum.
Yeah.
Because what happened when Priti Patel went over there and they started to dismantle the jungle, she started to fingerprint all of them.
That's right.
Right? So if you notice the ones that lately there's more and more of the prison type vans and they're taking off the single ones and the single people like that. Well, they're the ones that have already been marked over in the jungle, that have managed to get over, they blamed them and now they can send them back because they can prove that they were in France. So what happens is, yes, when they're in France, they are refugees because they've come from oppression. But a lot of these people, they've travelled through Greece. Greece is a safe country as well. So a lot of the Afghans come through Greece. So Greece is a safe country, so they should have applied for asylum there. But they've come through Greece and then through the rest of Europe into France, coming over in Calais. So they are not refugee migrants. They are in any one in terms of in plain English illegal immigrants. People don't like the word immigrant, so I'll change that now and I'll use the word migrant. So they're illegal migrants. There's no, that's the legal definition. Yes, some may actually eventually get asylum here. Okay, but we have to put a measure in place within this country now, is because we cannot go on accepting these, because mind you, sir, we've just come out of a pandemic, haven't we? This alleged pandemic. So, and we're being warned every single day, possible second phase lockdown, second wave.
Oh, it's going to happen. You know,
gonna happen. Gonna happen. Yeah. How many of these? How many other countries are taking in migrants like we do? We should be closed. If we're fighting this epidemic, this worldwide pandemic, we should be closing it. And you see it coming in, sir. And you see it more. But when it first started, they were coming on the channel, on the tunnel. So you're talking.